Wow. All right, that was loud. All right, recording is in progress. Monique, I'm so glad that you are here, and I'm so glad for those that listen in on the Tuesday tips call. So I'm going to make this short. I'm going to make it sweet. And today I want to talk to you about a really important success tip called reframing. Reframing. I don't know if you've heard it. And no, I'm not talking about going around your house and taking some pictures down from the wall and putting new frames on it. All right, not talking about that. I'm talking about reframing what goes on in your mind, reframing things that are holding you back, and reframing so that you are thinking differently and your thoughts determine where you are. Okay, so wherever you are in life, whatever is going on, your thoughts will determine the life you live. There is a man named Viktor Frankl. He wrote a book called The Meaning of Life. He was in a concentration camp, and as he reframed thoughts, that helped him survive. There are many books like that. There was Corrie ten Boom, a book called The Hiding Place. There's also a movie called, I will have to post that in the group or post that down below, called Life is Beautiful. I'm going to tell you about that movie. This is going to help you with reframing. In the movie, a man falls in love with a woman. He marries her, they have a child, and war breaks out. And his wife escapes, but he's sent to a concentration camp with his son. And in this concentration camp, there were no children. They were killing the children. And we all know the horrors that happened in the Holocaust. And they were there in the middle of it, in the middle of these horrors. And he had to hide his son in order to keep him alive. What he did not do was say, hey, you're going to die unless you do what I tell you. He didn't do that. He said, hey, you know what? We're going to play a game. And you see those guys over there, you're going to hide from them. It's like a hide and seek game. And you're going to need to hide during the day. And if you win, then you're going to win a tank. That was what he did. He reframed the situation. And at the end of the movie, the Allies won. They're free. A tank comes rolling in, and after how many months and years of going on, the boy, when he saw the tank, he was like, oh my gosh, we won. And he was thinking he won the tank. He wasn't thinking about the war, because his father reframed it in order to survive. Now, fortunately, we don't need to reframe things in order to survive, but we need to reframe things in order to thrive. We need to reframe things in order to thrive. And I'm going to tell you two little sayings that many people have heard, but they do it wrong. Have you heard the saying, a watched pot never boils? A watched pot never boils. Okay, so does that mean you're not looking at a pot on the stove? And you're like, oh, if I don't watch it, then it's going to boil faster. I can't look at it until it boils. Or, oh, if I look at it, it's just going to seem like it takes a long time. That's not what it means. A watched pot never boils. What it means is if you're boiling water, put the lid on. If you're boiling water, put the lid on it. You can't see what's inside it. It's going to make it boil faster. All right, so that's another thing that we misunderstand. Also, blood is thicker than water. Blood's thicker than water. What does that mean? It means that, oh, hey, family ties, blood's thicker than water. Family ties, that's where it's at. No, 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 that's not even what it means. That's not what it means. It's not the full saying. The full saying is blood that's shed on the battlefield is more powerful than water from the womb. Okay, so that means the complete opposite of what everybody thinks it means when they use the phrase. They got it wrong. They reframed it in the wrong way. Blood that's shed on the battlefield, those are your brothers. That's why people in the military are so close, even closer with the people they've been in battles with than even their own family and their own brothers and sisters. So again, things have been reframed in a wrong way to where we don't even understand stuff. So I want you to think, what's going on in your head? What do you think about that's not serving you? Do you look in the mirror? Do you look at yourself and do you talk down on yourself? Do you be like, oh, shoot, I'm 20 pounds overweight. That sucks. I suck. Do you say that? No, you can say, hey, I'm 20 pounds heavier than I'd like to be, but I am an awesome woman created in the image of God. And I love my body and I love myself right where I'm at. I've come through things. You need to reframe things. What if you had trauma as a child? I saw my father beat my mother. I was going to call 911 and I was so young. I didn't know where we lived. I thought, oh my gosh, I can't even call the police because I don't have an address to give them. Right? I didn't know whether they could trace the call. That wasn't even in my thought. But now, in my own relationships, my own marriage, sometimes thoughts will creep in. If my husband says something, I can take it the wrong way. And I can click into trauma from my past and be like, why did he say that? What is he going to do? Is he going to leave now too? Those are thoughts that I battled early in my marriage. I don't battle those thoughts, but I still do battle negative thoughts. We all do. We need to take them captive and reframe them. And I can say, hey, my past that I grew up in was not awesome. My mom went through 3 divorces. And instead of taking that and saying, well, I'm gonna be divorced. That's what I know. I'm probably going to get divorced because that's all I've seen. I don't do that. I say, well, my mom went through 3 divorces. Why did that happen? I'm going to learn from that and do something different. I'm going to reframe it. What were her thoughts and her attitudes? There's so much about reframing. And you're creating a new feedback loop when you reframe things. Some people say, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, I'm not skilled enough, I'm not qualified. Whatever you have, you're going to reframe it. Monique, I know you're right here. You're in a new job. You're learning new things. It is possible the thought could come into your head like, wow, I'm not good enough. I don't know how to do this. How am I going to make it in this job? It's possible that thought could come into your head. If it does, you're going to reframe it and you're going to say, this is a new job. I don't know how to do that, but I am learning how to do that. So if you don't stop there with, I don't know how to do it, I'm not good enough. You can say, maybe I'm not good enough now, but I'm learning and I'll build a skill and I'll become good enough. And I am good enough to learn. I've learned before. You, instead of a vicious circle in the negative way, you put a positive circle in the positive way. So there's so much that we can talk about when it comes to reframing. And with our expanded class on the Tuesdays at 8 p.m., we can definitely get into that more. But I just want you to think about the positive spin on things, the positive spin on things. You can be honest and say, hey, I need to learn this skill, or I need to learn this weight, learn this weight, lose this weight, or I need to exercise more, or I need more energy, but never get down on yourself. I've been there and I still need to take my thoughts captive. Sometimes I misunderstand things that other people say to me because I think they mean it in a negative way when they don't, and that's happened. So I'm just going to assume the good. I'm going to reframe things that other people say to me. And the final thing I'm going to leave with you, if somebody pays you a compliment, then say, thank you, I received that. Thank you, I accept that. Thank you, I received that. And somebody had said, hey, what if it's just a salesman trying to butter me up and they're just saying nice things about me because they want to sell me that car? I don't even think they mean it. You know what? So what? What if they don't mean it? Accept it anyway. Accept it anyway. Accept the good. Reject the negative. Accept the good. Reject the negative. Accept the positive. Reject the negative. You don't have to take a slight. You don't have to take a snide remark from anybody else, including yourself. Don't take any negativity from yourself. You have the power. You have the power to learn. You have the power to grow. You are beautiful, amazing, wonderful, created in the image of the Most High, created in the Creator's image. He's good. He's beautiful. He's amazing. And so are you, because you're created in that image. All right, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. If you're able to pop on in the class tonight at 8, that would be awesome. You have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.